Hello everyone and welcome back. This video I am wanting to take the Svartpilen 401 on a little bit of off-roading today. We're going to see how it does. So for anyone that has one of these bikes or is thinking about getting one, you're probably aware of the fact that it has the Pirelli Scorpion Rally tires on it. I mean, they're definitely far from being a dirt bike tire. I can even feel right now on the gravel, like you got to be really careful. It can definitely do a little bit of off-roading like this, you know, as far as like, you know, like a logging road or forest service road or something, but they're definitely not dirt bike tires. I got to keep a slower speed here because, I mean, I can already feel, when I get into the looser stuff, I can already feel myself losing a little bit of traction. So if you were to go too fast around a corner on a road like this, you would definitely low side your bike and it would go flying out from under you and you'd be sliding across the gravel there. So far so good. This is really the first time I've ever taken it on a gravel road like this. So far it seems to be okay. And it's actually the first time I've ever been up this road. You can bring motorcycles up this road, or cars. Not so sure about like dirt bikes, like off-road vehicles, because there's probably like an insurance kind of a issue with that. But we're gonna see how the bike does. I think it goes up, I don't know, maybe just like 4 or 5 kilometers up this road here. That's another thing, is cars not looking where they're going or staying on their side of the road. Typical thing when you're driving off-road. I grew up dirt biking. I've been riding motorbikes since I was 7. I started on small dirt bikes, and then you know, when I got older, when I was 16, got my motorcycle license, and then, you know, switched over to getting on the road and getting a road bike here. But you know, in true dirt biker fashion, I ended up getting the Svartpilen 401 here, which is kind of you know, I wouldn't even say really half on road, half off road. It's more like a, I would say probably 80 or 90% road, and maybe 10 or 20% off road, because this is really the maximum amount of off-roading you could do. You can't, if there were a bunch of like deep potholes out here, you know, or if I tried to go over into the trails here, like you'd absolutely destroy this bike. The ground clearance on it is not super great, so you definitely do not want to be taking this on the single track trails or anything like that. But this is a little cool area back here. This is definitely an area out here in this part of British Columbia, especially further out in the woods here. This is black bear country for sure. The brown bears, grizzly bears, they like usually the higher elevation, so you don't really ever see them down here that much. But black bears definitely like spending their time out here. And if we were gonna see one, this is probably where we're gonna see one. So. This actually wouldn't be a bad place to go spend a hot day at the creek. It's pretty warm today. It's like supposed to get up to 26 Celsius. Not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's a warm one today. But this is a good riding jacket. This is the Alpine Stars Calabasas Air jacket. Oh, back tire just slipped out on me. Yes, the Alpine Stars Calabasas Air. Great jacket for the summertime. The breeze just goes right through it, which is awesome. So it's really nice for taking it out here in the sun. I think there's also like some houses that are built out here. Like there's actually some people that live out here, which is crazy. You're a fair ways away from town. Oh man. I love, one of my favorite things to do on these beautiful days like this is to get out into nature like this, get really out into the woods. Can't beat it. It's so beautiful. You know, another thing, you know, over the winter, you know, I mentioned it before in, you know, a couple other videos, but over the winter, you know, I'm up here in Canada, so, you know, our riding season kind of ends in, you know, kind of sometime in November usually, sometimes a little earlier. And, you know, so I've been kind of off the channel, not really doing much, didn't have the bike on the road the last few months. And I've been noticing that there's been more subscribers and consistently a lot of views on the channel. So I really appreciate anyone that took the time to watch the videos, you know, took some time to learn a little more about the Svartpilen 401. You know, I definitely appreciate you checking out the channel. And if you haven't yet, you know, if you want to hit the subscribe button, it really does help out the channel a lot. Really a big part of the reason why I made this channel is because I really want to start kind of a, you know, sort of an online YouTube community for other riders, you know, especially other people that have the same bike as me. Oh, dude. Man. Oh my God, so much dust. So that's another thing on these roads, is that one of the reasons you got to go slow is that if at any point you got to hit the brakes on this bike, the bike is just going to go right out from under you. There is no quick stopping, you know, on this kind of a bike with these kind of tires on these roads. And like, you know, just like that guy in that truck there, a lot of people ride these dirt roads, and they just act like there's not anybody else that's going to be on the road at all at any point, which is, you know, obviously just ridiculous. You know, that's something I definitely picked up in, you know, back in my dirt biking years when I was younger. You know, sometimes learning the hard way. I have definitely gone over the handlebars a couple times, and it is not fun. It does not feel good. All right, where are we here? Widgeon Marsh Regional Park. Okay. Cool, never been down here before. Apparently you need vehicle registration or vehicle reservations on the weekends. Okay. There are signs about bears like everywhere down here. Okay, so where do I enter it in? Is it enter here? Is it? About to find out. Okay, we got a parking lot going on here. Interesting. Oh, so we got the river there. So if I'm not mistaken, this river here connects to Pit Lake, actually. It goes way, way up to Pit Lake. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, I mean, not really sure what that house is there. It's definitely not a private residence, but I'm not really sure what it's used for. Anyways, let's get back on the trail. It was another thing. It was last minute, a couple minutes before I got to the end of the trailhead here, I checked my gas, and it was like not a place you would want to run out of gas way out here. Oh yeah, the back kicking out here. Okay. Kind of seeing some stuff off the main trail here. I'm not really sure what that is, but some kind of cool little marsh down there. Okay, I think this is as far as you're allowed to go in a motorized vehicle here. The rest is just walking only, I believe. So Widgeon Marsh National Park. Okay, so a cool place to go for a hike, it looks like. Get my foot down here. See if we can kick it out. Oh yeah. Okay, well, yeah, I guess Oh, authorized vehicles only. Yeah, so you have to be part of like Parks and Rec to get out down there. Oh man, it's warm today. All right, well, so that's as far as you can go down this trail, but it is pretty close to my place. So I just wanted to go. I didn't want to have to go too far to find a little off-road trail. Oh, kicked out again. You know what? Not too bad. I would say. What am I going? I was just doing about 50k an hour right there. I would say that on roads like this, if you're off-road, I would say that's the absolute maximum. I would not go faster than that on these roads. Otherwise, you are most likely gonna drop your bike and you're gonna go skidding along the road if you have to hit the brakes. And you know, the thing is, it's not only necessarily like cars coming up in the middle out of nowhere. Like I mentioned, it's like there's a lot of bears in this area, and they will just come running out into the road. You know, they don't look at all where they're going, and you're gonna have to slam on your brakes, and if you do, you're just gonna absolutely wipe out pretty bad. So, but yeah, with these Pirelli Scorpion Rally tires, I mean they're okay. I'll say they can do the logging road. They have enough grip for that, but that's about it. And yeah, the actual clearance under the bike is not great, so no real dirt biking with this thing is going to be happening, that's for sure. All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Hoping to get some more videos out soon. Hope this video helps, gives you a little bit of an understanding of what this thing can do on, you know, these off-road trails and all that. And hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you soon.